Diller-Odell, Coach's Corner, a service of Sutton Repair and Heartland Bank.
Hey Griffin fans, when your team heads into battle, we understand the power of supporting your community and local athletes. That's why at Heartland Bank, our commitment goes beyond banking. We invest in the hearts of our communities. Hi, I'm Market President Matt Raber and invite you to discover the Heartland Bank difference. Because when you choose Heartland Bank, you invest in local dreams and hometown victories. Heartland Bank, a proud supporter of Diller-Odell Athletics. Go Griffins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sutton Repair and Odell can work on all makes and models of cars, trucks, or vans. With over 45 years of experience, their ASE certified technicians can get your vehicle running in top condition. All engine work including transmissions. They offer a 25-point inspection on all oil changes, computer diagnostics, and new tire sales. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Small town service, big time know-how. Sutton Repair in Odell.
Welcome to the Diller-Odell Griffins Coach's Corner program. Joined now with Chris Schluter, head coach of the Griffins. Coach, you're on a nice little roll here towards the back half of the season, that big win over Dorchester last Friday night. Just talk about that game and kind of what's working for your team.
Before I get into the Dorchester game, we lost to Red Cloud a few weeks ago. We had a perfectly timed bye week, and we came out and won a big game. And we started to really figure things out, I think, on the offensive side of the ball after that bye week. And it has really led into some really good performances by the offense. And I think that has been a big part of why we have gotten onto this little bit of roll that we're on right now. We played Dorchester last week, and we worked on throwing the football a little bit. We don't throw the football a ton. There's not a ton of it that we've seen from teams that we've played even this year. But we thought it was going to be a good situation to get some of our passing game going, because we knew that, throughout the rest of the season and if we finish the season the way that we think that we can, into the playoffs, we might need to be a multi-versatile team and not just be able to run the ball. We've got to be able to air it out a little bit too.
And just from the mental aspect of this game, now you're on your 5th win of the season compared to a few wins a couple years ago. What does that do for your team's improvement, morale, or however you want to word it?
It doesn't matter what type of team you are, whether you're a 1-win team or a 6-win team. You get into this part of the season, and practices are a grind for anybody. But when you're 5-1, those practices are a little bit more fun to be in when it's still 90 degrees in October. When you're not having a very successful season, to find that intensity in practices, it's a struggle. You have to be really creative to find an excitement for practices when you're not doing well. Now, that creativity and putting stuff into the day to compete throughout practice, it's still there as a coach to find those things. But when you have 5 wins, it's a heck of a lot easier to motivate those kids.
Now, last one here for you, Chris. It's going to kind of be just a wrap-up of this game coming up in Pawnee City. I know it's a huge game for you guys, District League, on the season. You talk about playoffs. Just encompass it all. What are going to be the feelings, emotions going into the game, and then what do you guys need to do to win?
For whatever reason, I don't think there's a whole lot of love lost between the guys that are going to be playing the game. But I will say, as big as it is, it still doesn't derail us from our ultimate goal, and that's kind of what I've been really trying to preach to the boys. Not any game is bigger than the other, regardless if it's an 0-6 or a 6-0 team. Obviously, you want to be able to go in and win this game against Pawnee City, but you also want to use it kind of as a measuring stick a little bit. Like, okay, these guys have been ranked in the top 5, top 3 all year long. Where are we at? So, it's one of those games on the schedule that you're looking forward to, because you want to see where you're at, because they've been a pretty good 6-man team, the last several years. But ultimately, regardless of the outcome, our goals are still ahead of us, right? We're still competing for a district championship. We're still setting ourselves up pretty good for a home playoff game, which was one of the things that we talked about. So that's going to be the mantra that I go into the week with.
I do wish you luck in this game coming up there Friday at Pawnee City. Again, talking with Chris Sluter, head coach of the Diller-Odell Griffins. As always, I appreciate it, Chris. I know we'll talk 2 more weeks. Hopefully we get a chat and a playoff run after that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Diller-Odell, Coach's Corner, a service of Sutton Repair and Heartland Bank.